Plaintiff Siobhan Jones says the defendant is a comedian, but she insists he's not even funny because he reuses the same jokes and he often gets on stage while high on marijuana. Siobhan says she loaned the defendant money to secure a venue for one of his shows, but he never repaid her, so she's suing. Defendant Tony Jordan says he's been a comedian for almost 21 years, and he's worked with everyone from Steve Harvey to Jamie Foxx and Chris Tucker. Tony says he hired Siobhan to be his assistant, and he claims the money from Siobhan was an investment, not a loan.
Tell me what happened.
Well, we're from Detroit. I co-host a local video show where we showcase local artists, and Tony is a comedian.
Where does it air?
It airs on Comcast 68, public access, the video shop. Tony is a comedian who used to be funny. It's not funny.
Used to be funny. Now that's funny.
He used to be funny. I first met him in 2004. He was hosting an open mic night at the bar I used to manage.
What bar is that?
486 Lounge on the east side of Detroit.
Okay.
The shows were good, but he would come up on stage high and everything. His jokes were, you know, not that funny. He's been telling the same jokes since 2004, but I went to one of his shows.
I object, Your Honor.
Well, I went to one of his shows about a year later. I heard it, you know, he was doing a comedy show at another venue. We got there, it was about at Hoop City Grill in Southfield. So it's a huge venue.
Yeah, they closed down, though.
Yes, they closed down. Before that, they were doing good before that.
He must be real bad. He closed. You run folks out of business. That was a nice restaurant, too. I used to go there now and then. Now it's
Arturo's.
Arturo, my buddy. Art Blackwell owns it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, very nice, very nice.
Yeah, it's a very nice place, very nice place. Go ahead.
Well, when I first went to the show, it was about 6 people there. But it was still a good show, and then he said he was doing another show the next month and to come back. Once I started working with him, Tony would try to hit on me and talk to me, and I'm not trying to be funny or rude, but
I object, Your Honor.
Every chance he got that I denied, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but his breath smelled really bad.
Halitosis. Let me get a little background from him.
I've been a comedian since 1988, going on 21 years. I performed with comedians such as Chris Tucker, Jamie Foxx, Steve Harvey. I've been on BET's Comic View like 3 times.
Really?
This is what I do. Okay. Not only am I a comedian.
You guys know Mike Bonner?
Yes.
He's another one of the very good comedians from Detroit.
Good friend of mine.
Always on Comic View.
Yes. We're doing a show on New Year's Eve together at the Foxx Theater.
At the Foxx?
Yes, to show you how funny I am.
Okay,
yes,
that's big.
Yes.
Go ahead. That's a joke.
Nah, that's
that's the truth. All right, I don't know when a comedian is joking or not.
No,
so
that's
you
the
really
truth.
are doing it. All right, go ahead.
I've been producing comedy shows for about 20 years as well. When I met Siobhan, it was at a club called 486. She was a bartender. And Siobhan had a real drinking problem.
Yeah.
Both of y'all alcoholics or dope fiends, right? You said the same about him, right? You say he's high when he gets on stage. He say you have a drinking problem.
Your Honor, I used to run the bar, so I doubt if the owner would let me do that if I had a drinking problem.
All right.
Once he realized she had a drinking problem, he let her go. Your Honor.
All right.
That's when she started working for me.
Go ahead.
No.
She started, I was doing an open mic that lasted for a short period of time.
So you ran them out of business too?
No,
okay.
They still in business.
All right, go ahead.
I started doing comedy at Hoop City Grill. We did a Friday night comedy show. The show was so successful, we was doing 3 shows a night, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and 12 o'clock.
Great.
So Siobhan came on as my assistant. I needed a cashier. She hired her sister. It was no problem. I believe they were stealing from me, though.
Oh, God.
Because I was doing 3 shows, but I wasn't making $1,000.
Your Honor,
okay.
You know, you do 3 shows, but you don't make $1,000, somebody's stealing from you.
No, I object, Your Honor.
What was happening with the money
For the first show, he would hand out tickets. It was free before 8 and $5 after it. Well, everybody was showing up before 8 o'clock. So that's why he wasn't making any money.
$5 don't get you much more.
Exactly.
Yep, that's the first show, but we did a 10 o'clock and a 12 o'clock show. So
Same
what
thing.
about that?
That's not why we're here. We're here for an unpaid loan, $2,500.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Okay, January of 2007, he was getting put on a show at the Millennium Theater in Southfield, a huge show, 2 shows, and he knew I was about to come into some money. So he came to me and asked me if he could borrow the money for the venue, $2,500, and that he would pay me an additional $500 the night of the show.
So you all had an agreement. He would repay the $2,500 plus $500.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Well, by then, I wasn't on the door, and none of my people, he brought in some money that he knew for the door, so I didn't know exactly how much it made. Well, that night, he only gave me $500 and said, I don't have enough to pay you because I have to pay my comedians. But I will give you the money within the next week or so because I have a few more shows coming up. And I said, okay. Well, he stopped answering his phone. He stopped returning phone calls. I didn't see him anywhere.
And you haven't gotten any more since?
No.
All right.
And then he tried to make an agreement that he would give me $25 a month. And I'm like, no, come on now, you know.
You witness want to speak?
Yeah.
State your name.
DeAndre Anderson.
What are you here to tell me?
I was there when he used to tell her he was going to pay her the money. That was all.
Okay. Which time?
All the time.
Okay.
Each club.
Jake, I don't even remember this lady, Your Honor.
All right.
I remember seeing her, but not when me and Siobhan had
Yes.
conversation.
She's always with me.
Always there.
He would
Sir,
see me.
tell me about the money.
Well, some of it is true. I was doing a comedy show. I got the venue at the Millennium Center. I was doing the show. I asked Siobhan would she like to invest because she was getting a large sum of money. She had no problem with it. She invested the money. I told her I was going to give her the $2,500 back plus interest of $500.
All right. Now, as an investor, you get a percentage of the profits.
Yeah.
So what was the agreement with regard to her receiving a percentage of the show's profit?
Well, that particular investment, she was going to get it $500 for helping me out.
So you were giving her $500 in interest?
Yes.
Okay, on the loan?
No, it was an investment.
It was
On
a
the
loan.
investment?
Yes. A loan, you know, if she would have gave me $2,500, I would
People
have paid her the
typically
loan
don't-
back. It was an investment because she was going to make a profit of $500 profit for the loan, for the investment.
It was a loan, Your Honor.
You want to say anything today?
Yes, Judge.
State your name.
My name is Larry Williams. Comedian name is Mike Larry. I was actually on that show and just vouching for Tony. He one of the guys who give new comedians a start, in the game. And like 3 years ago, he was one of the first people, to actually pay me.
All right. And Mike Larry is a hilarious comedian. He does a great impression of you.
Of me?
Yeah. He does.
You can take your chances.
Hey, Judge, actually, I can actually solve this case in your voice, Judge. Ma'am, do you have any documents stating that this man owes you money? Do you have any documents?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you didn't tell me she had. I'm sorry, you done brought us all the way to Chicago. We done lost the case. Ought to be ashamed of yourself. You're like two crackheads. Doyle, I'll be sitting over here, sir.
All right. You did well enough not to get locked up. All right. You're not in contempt. Who has documents? You do?
I have a-
Let's see what you have here.
Yes.
What is it?
This is a document stating that he would repay me the $2,500.
agreement?
It's an agreement that he signed that he would pay me the $2,500 plus an additional $500 the night of the show.
You will receive $2,500 back plus $500. Sir, it says nothing about an investment.
Exactly.
An investment says just that. You will invest. Or it says you will put up this amount of money, and in exchange, you will receive a certain percentage. For example, she shouldn't receive anything back if no one made any money. She should have lost it all. You wouldn't owe her a dime. If it was an investment, I will grant you the amount you're suing for. $2,500 judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
Hi, Judge Mathis. My name is Danny, and my question is, under what circumstance can you sue for emotional distress?
Actually, Danny, there are two types. First, there is negligent infliction of emotional distress, where you must prove that someone knew or should have known that their act would cause you to suffer injury. Secondly, there is intentional infliction of emotional distress, where you must prove that someone has committed extreme and outrageous conduct that causes you severe emotional problems.